Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Brown, and I am the founder and president of MDB Consulting Agency, LLC, a full service physical security consulting firm. And I want to talk to you today about the night a shooter came to prayer meeting. It was a Wednesday night on June 17th, 2015, where Dylan Roof, a 21-year-old white supremacist, attended a prayer meeting service that was being held at the Emanuel Ame Church in Charleston, South Carolina. Emanuel happens to be the oldest Black church in the South. The parishioners welcomed Dylan Roof in, and he stayed for the entire prayer meeting service. When the parishioners were holding hands and praying, Dylan Roof pulled a Glock 45 pistol and fired 70 rounds, killing 9 people and wounding 1. This was indeed a tragedy that made national news. The issue that churches have is that they are soft targets. And as a soft target, I mean that there is little to no physical security resistance that is in place that a bad actor would have to overcome in order to perpetrate the bad acts that they intend to perpetrate. There generally aren't any metal detectors or barriers or uniform security on site that a bad actor would have to overcome or defeat in order to perpetrate what they came to perpetrate. So, what can be done to raise the level of security at a church or house of worship? There is a general sentiment that churches being houses of worship and places of prayer, that bad things just don't happen there. That no one's going to come there with the intent to do something bad or harm people. We have to get beyond and debunk that myth. As we see in this scenario, bad things do indeed happen. So, what can you do to raise the level of security readiness for your church or house of worship? Well, let's use this prayer meeting example. If you're holding a prayer meeting in your church or house of worship, generally it's not in the main sanctuary, it's generally in a smaller room or area of the church. So, first step would be to limit the number of entrances that are available for ingress and egress to the area where the prayer meeting is being held. The other entrances should be secured and locked, and there should be support personnel that are not participating in the prayer meeting service that can rove the halls and ensure that entrances and doors are secured and that there are no people that are wandering the halls that aren't there to participate in the prayer meeting service. Another step that could be taken is levels of engagement. When a visitor comes to the church and enters, there should be greeters as the first level of engagement to welcome the person in, to ask them if there's some assistance that they need in order to be directed to where the service is taking place. That person should then be engaged by an usher who can show them to their seats in the area where the service is taking place and see if there's any additional support or assistance that they need. Other members of the church, a deacon or some other personnel, can possibly sit with the visitor and see if there's any additional assistance that they need that they can address. And most importantly, to be another layer of vigilance, to be there in the event that there's a situation or that that person may cause a security issue at the church. So these are just some tips for a church that can raise their level of physical security readiness, but there are many other steps that can be taken as well. If you're interested in learning about these steps, please type interested in the comments section or you can go to my website at mdbconsultingagency.com. That's mdbconsultingagency.com, and we can book an appointment and we can discuss further steps that can be taken to increase security at your church or house of worship. I look forward to speaking with you. Take care.